Hey guys, All in Crypto here and welcome back for another YouTube video. Ladies and gentlemen, in this video we're going to be covering Decentraland. So we're going to be looking at exactly what Decentraland is, and we're also going to take a look at Decentraland and more importantly their mana token as an investment and whether we think it's a good or bad investment. And when we're looking at this project, essentially what we could potentially be looking at is the future of not only gaming, but the future of how we interact with virtual worlds. This is huge. This is a cool project. And, in my opinion, is still very undervalued considering what it is trying to achieve. Now, Decentraland today is currently sat at 89 cents. Currently only has a market cap of $1.4 billion and has done a lot. Really, since the start of the year, it's nearly 12x'd in terms of price. And, is not something that I am jumping into now. To be transparent with you guys, I do not own any Decentraland. However, I am going to create or certainly link a wallet to Decentraland and start to explore their kind of virtual world and kind of really get to terms with how things work, because I do indeed want to invest in this project. I think this is great. And for those of you who have seen Ready Player One, the film Ready Player One, this is going to really interest you because you can see how perhaps this, not in its sort of stage that it's at now, but in the future with the right development, the right adoption, could evolve into something similar to the concept of Ready Player One. So without further ado, guys, let's get straight into this video and let's start by kind of explaining what Decentraland is. So Decentraland is a virtual world. It essentially looks like this. These are the graphics. You have an avatar that you can customize with wearables. Wearables come in the form of NFTs. And Decentraland essentially is ran on the Ethereum blockchain. So to interact and to kind of enter, immerse yourself into the first virtual world fully owned by the users. To enter this, you need to link perhaps a MetaMask wallet, an Ethereum-based wallet, that you can store your mana token on, and you can kind of transact with the smart contract that Decentraland is, with the decentralized application that Decentraland is. So one thing that I think is amazing about this game is you have maps where you can purchase land essentially. Now, land comes in the form of parcels, which is a square of land that you'll buy. You can buy estates, which is a group of these. And there's a lot of, different kind of things going on in Decentraland. You can see here, these will be sort of areas of interest. So shopping malls, art galleries, fashion street, we have one called there. And these will be owned in a lot of cases by sort of crypto institutions that are looking to kind of showcase something in this virtual reality. So you all start on the Genesis block that is called the Genesis Plaza. This is where you will spawn in with your character once you've kind of linked up your MetaMask and you've answered some simple questions and proved a little bit of identity in regards to your wallet. And then essentially you can customize your character. This is the marketplace. They have a marketplace. Everything you do on this platform, you buy and sell things in the form of mana and the mana token. That's why it's so kind of important. And essentially you just connect your wallet up and you can start playing around in this world, and it's a virtual world that you can explore. People can build things. Like, for example, one reason I think that Decentraland is underrated is because you can actually create a virtual NFT art gallery, which I think is amazing. And the fact that we see NFTs absolutely exploding. Not only that, they've done a number of things, like they've hosted parties, they've hosted football games, and now one thing that they are huge with, and this may be the future of casinos, when they kind of get VR more up to date and more technologically advanced, you could see, and they already have this, I think they partnered with Matic to bring casinos. They've partnered with a number of people, have some really great contracts. Essentially, they have casinos, and one of the casinos, they actually pay real-world dealers to sort of deal cards on these casinos. It's very, very interesting in the form of their avatars. This could be the future. Essentially, the limits to this are endless. You can do really whatever you want on this platform. Casinos is one thing. Games. What happens when we see in a similar kind of way to Ready Player One, that you have this big open world and you can teleport to different places and you can enter battlegrounds and stuff like that. I think this is how this is going to evolve. This is going to be huge, guys. And not only that, you can actually purchase property, you can purchase estates, and you can build on top of them. So you could create something that generates an income. People have to pay to get into it, etc., etc. And advertisement, video game advertisement, is going to become more and more of a thing. And really, this just allows people to kind of escape the real world. It's going to be huge. We've seen it, do well as a result of, the situation that we find ourselves in around the world. That's why that kind of crypto conference where we saw some big names, I think Jed McCaleb was one of them. Binance's CEO, he was also one. He's in everything, though. But this is really cool. And with your avatar, you can actually buy wearables that you can customize your avatar with. If you see here, they're all sort of denominated in terms of mana. You can buy avatars, you can buy wearables that they exist in the form of NFTs. So you are going to be interoperate. You are going to be interfacing with the Ethereum network quite a bit. Remember, there's gas fees associated with that. But these are NFTs. So these are non-fungible tokens that you can buy and you can equip to your avatar. So you can really customize your avatar. You've got masks. The limits to this is endless. There are some issues with Decentraland, and we are going to get to the price and what we think it's going to do towards the end of the video. We're going to be talking about grayscale, etc., etc. But it was important for me to kind of, get the kind of basics of what this is. It's a decentralized world, and the mana token is the currency within that world. It's what runs the kind of ecosystem, and there's a lot of interesting things. Like wearables are just one of the interesting things that they do. They did a soccer tournament where a lot of blockchain development companies got involved. I think there was 12 teams, which is probably one of the coolest things to come for blockchain, where they essentially competed against each other. The winner got a trophy, which was an NFT that you could, in theory, cash in for real gold. It was called the Golden Boot, I think. I mean, this is just mind-blowing, and really is how the world of gaming is going to move to. And the only thing that is preventing this technology right now is adoption. There are some development issues that we're going to talk about. They're not really issues, but it's somewhat slow on the development side of things due to it being a DAO. But this is cool. I mean, if you look at the wearables, they've got kind of tier classes. I assume purple is more of like an epic tier, or you've got Binance US hoodies here. I mean, this is just this is amazing and something that I'm going to be getting into. And if you've seen Ready Player One, you can really kind of imagine where this sort of technology could go. So I hope I've kind of covered that. What Decentraland is. It's a decentralized world that essentially uses the mana token, the decentralized token, as a currency. You can buy property. Property differs in value depending on where it's situated, how close to perhaps the inner city it's situated, etc., etc. But this is so cool. I mean, seriously, this is so cool. So what I want to do now, guys, is I want to take a look at the price of Decentraland. And like I say, I am not yet in this project. I do not own any mana token. However, I am in the process, and I will bring an update video out of me creating a character, an avatar in Decentraland, perhaps buying a property, seeing what I can do with it, sort of seeing if I can work out the ecosystem and how to perhaps become profitable in that ecosystem. One thing I am going to say about this, and when I talk about adoption and it being one of the real factors that holds Decentraland back, essentially I think there's only about 1,000 or so users, and there are different realms or different servers. So you don't just have one big map. There are different kind of servers that you can play on. So that 1,000 plus people is kind of spread out among those servers. So it's quite empty at the moment. But I think, like everything, like you saw with perhaps the early days of Minecraft or the early days of whatever game it is, they start off like that and then they will grow. And the fact that you have that, the fact that the opportunity that you can actually make money playing a game, and you can have you can own things that have real value in a game, that not only have value in that game but have value in the outside world, is huge, guys. I mean, this is a project I am definitely going to be getting into. I'm so excited about it, and that's why I thought I'd make a video. So without further ado, guys, let's take a look at the kind of price chart of Decentraland, where it's at, what it's likely to do. Let's talk about Grayscale and their sort of interest in the project. Let's just kind of cover it from an investment point of view. So the project, in my opinion, has an absolute thumbs up. I mean, it's when we talk about blockchain technology and how it's revolutionizing the world, this is another key example of how blockchain technology is doing that and how it is as disruptive as the internet in many respects. So without further ado, guys, let's jump straight into the price of Decentraland. So let's talk about Decentraland's price, and is it a good investment? Well, ultimately, guys, I think the whole crypto space is in a bull market. For those of you who have been subscribed to the channel for a while now, and if you're not subscribed, get subscribed, guys, because we bring out real content on a daily basis. We're in a bull market. The whole crypto space is in a bull market, and everything essentially is going to appreciate as a result of that. Bitcoin is really that tide that rises and sinks all the ships being altcoins. So this token is going to appreciate in value, in my opinion. It's not done. When you look at the chart, it's done a lot. But if you look at where we're at today, on a kind of daily candle, we are, we're making higher highs and higher lows, which means that we are in a kind of a bullish continuation pattern. However, there's a number of things you really want to watch out for. You don't want to sell off below this. I said to you guys at the start of the video, I actually wasn't in Decentraland. However, I am looking to get into it, and that's just because I'm so fascinated with the technology. I'm fascinated with the project, and I will be getting into it. It's something I want to get active in. So I am definitely going to wait for a pullback in this coin. Whether we see a significant pullback this year, or whether I have to wait until perhaps we enter and the crypto space enters a bear market, that is something I will wait for, because I don't want to be buying at these levels. I don't want to chase this pump. And what you guys do with your money is totally your opinion or totally your choice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just here giving you my opinion on it. But it does look like we're in for some more continuation. I expect to see something similar play out to our last sell-off, where you'll break that descending resistance and kind of impulse higher and maybe make a third leg higher. Or you'll perhaps consolidate in this kind of range. Hard to really say what's going to happen with it, but ultimately, as a result of this being a part of the crypto bull market, I think you could see anywhere from a 5 to 10x for this project still. So a 5x would take us to around about 7 billion in terms of market cap, and of course a 10x would take us to around about $14 billion in terms of market cap. I think that's achievable. It would give us around about nearly a $5. A 5x would give us around about a sort of $4 or $5 mana token. A 10x would give us around about an $8 to $9 mana token, and I think you could potentially see that as a result of us being in a bear market. But really, the technology, and one thing I want to touch on before I touch on the technology and how this is a limiting factor to the price, is Grayscale. We know that Grayscale are big on crypto. They have a mana token trust, so they obviously see potential in this project. They obviously see that there's an interest in this project, and they have a personal interest. They have now came up with a mana token trust, which essentially allows kind of traditional institutional investors or traditional investors who don't really want to get into the crypto space to have exposure to the crypto space without actually having crypto. And it takes out a lot of risk. You can insure it, etc., etc. So it's big news that Grayscale are on board. Very bullish for mana. We really saw that be one of the reasons for its pump. If we look at the price of mana at the start of the year, it was around about 8 cents. Today, it's currently sat at 87 cents. So over a kind of 10x so far. So I'm not rushing into it for that reason. I'm going to wait for a bit of a pullback or a good opportunity. However, I will be going into that, and I think a 5 to 10x for this token this year is absolutely achievable. And I think really the technology has a while to go. I think they need to work on certain things. I think the space needs to grow in terms of adoption and development, and use cases will kind of develop around it, and we might see the casino business sort of moving into Decentraland in a big way, or we might see a big partnership with a game or something like that. But based on where we are, where the crypto space is, I think a 5 to 10x is absolutely achievable for this token. And in the future, who knows, guys? We're talking about sort of the end of the year, the end of this cycle. But in the future, if this thing works, if it really sort of gravitates and gets adoption, if it gets adopted in a big way, and in the same way something like Minecraft, and you start having streamers stream this kind of game and this platform and this world, and VR kind of catches up with it, etc., etc., etc. There's a lot of factors involved with the success or the sort of ruin of this project. However, it looks promising to me, guys. The fact that Grayscale are involved in it, the fact that we've done quite well so far, and we're still in a beta stage for the overall space, really. We're still early in many respects, certainly with this technology and the way they're trying to virtualize gaming. this is going to be huge, and I don't think you want to miss out on this. So a 5 to 10x is what we're predicting, anywhere from, let's say, a 40 to a 90, a $4 to a $9 mana. I think is absolutely on the table. So that is all I have for you in this video, guys. Quick video. I thought it was important for me to get one out. We are reviewing a lot of projects on this channel. So if you like the content, a like is appreciated, and get subscribed, guys. That's the main thing. Subscribe to this channel, click your notification bell, and you will get updated, because we bring you real content. We don't just regurgitate nonsense. I think there's a lot of people out there that really have no idea what they're on about. They've just seen a kind of profitability in talking about it, and making a anyway. So without further ado, guys, I'm going to wrap this video up. I'm going to love and leave you. A like is appreciated, a comment is also appreciated, and I hopefully will see you all in the next YouTube video. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.